Operations on functions. Now we will be using division. So we have here some basic examples of functions. Here we have f of x equal to negative 30, x raised to the power of 10, then y raised to the 7th power. Then we have g of x equals negative 6, x to the power of 4, y squared. Then h of x equals 4x raised to the power of 12, y raised to the power of 6. Okay, so let us try to, let's say, divide h of x then by f of x, for example. So here, just like using the other operations on functions, we are just going to replace or simply substitute the values of our h of x. Our h of x here, we have 4x raised to the power of 12, then y raised to the power of 6. Okay? Then our f of x, we have minus 30 x raised to the power of 10, then we have y raised to the power of 7. So simplifying this, we have now, okay, we can factor out your 4. So we have factors of 4. So we have 2 times 2. Then we have your x raised to the power of 12. Just copy. Then y raised to the power of 6. Then we have here minus 30. And negative 30 can be divided by 2. So let's say we have here negative 15 times 2. That's equal to negative 30. Then x raised to the power of 10, then y raised to the power of 7. Okay, so we have here 2 that can be found in your numerator. So we have to cancel this out together with your 2 that can be found in your denominator. So remaining now, we have 2 over negative 15. So we have simplified now the value of 4 over negative 30. So we have negative 2 all over 15. Then, how about your x? So we have here x raised to the power of 12 minus 10. Okay, using your law of exponent, if they have the same base and if you are going to divide, you are just going to subtract their exponents. So that is with respect to your x. Then our y, you copy here 6 minus 7. Okay, and here we have the result now. We have negative 2 over 15, then x raised to the power of 2, then y raised to negative 1. And yet, if we have a negative 1 exponent, that is not yet considered as simplified. So we have to simplify it. We have now negative 2 over 15 multiplied by x. Then what is the simplification of y raised to the power of negative 1? That would become 1 over y. Okay? So simplifying this, we have now negative 2 times x times 1. We have negative 2x all over 15 times, this is all over 1. So we have 15 times 1, it's 15 times y, it's 15y. So this is now the answer if we are going to find out the quotient of h of x and f of x. So we have negative 2x over 15. Let's have our second example. Let's say we are going to divide f of x by g of x, okay? f of x will be divided by g of x. So here, let us copy your f of x. Your f of x is minus 30, x to the power of 10, y raised to the power of 7. So we have minus 30, x raised to the power of 10, then y raised to the power of 7, all over your g of x. Your g of x is minus 6, x to the power of 4, then y squared. So we have minus 6, x raised to the power of 4, then y squared. That is the value of g of x. Let us try to see. Okay, minus 6, x to the power of 4, y raised to the power of 12. So here, we will be dividing your minus 30 and minus 6. We can divide this right away, right? We can divide this. Negative 30 divided by minus 6, that is equal to 5, right? Then copy our common base. So our common base here, we have x and x. So we have x raised to the power of, you subtract our exponent, so we have 10 minus 4. Then we have your y. So y, we have 7 minus 2. Okay? Then simplifying this, we have 5 x raised to the power of here 6, then y raised to the power of 5. So that's the answer now. We have 5x raised to the power of 6, then y raised to the power of 5. Okay, let's have another example. Let's say we have f of x is equal to x squared plus 7x plus 10. And we have g of x is equal to, let's say, x plus 2, and h of x is equal to x plus 5. So let us simplify. Let's say here, what can be now the result when we will be dividing f of x by g of x. Okay? So copy your f of x. We have x squared plus 7x plus 10. Then our g of x is x plus 2. To simplify this, you need to factor out. Okay? To factor out, we just have to, let's say, think of possible factors of 10. All the possible factors of 10, including negative. So what are the possible factors of 10? Basically, thinking of the pair of factors, if you are going to add the pair of factors of 10, it will become 7. Okay, so what are the possible factors of 10? So here, let us try to list down all the possible factors of 10. We have 2 times 5, correct? We also have 10 times 1. We have negative 2 times negative 5. Then we also have negative 10 times negative 1. So we have 4 pairs of factors that are possible having a product of 10. However, we have to think among the 4 pairs of factors, which among the 4 factors, when added, it will give us a sum of 7, because that will give the sum of your middle terms coefficient. So we have 7. Here, if you are going to add this is equal to 7. If you are going to add this is equal to 11. This is equal to negative 7, and this is equal to negative 11. So which among the 4 pairs of factors is going to give you a sum of 7? Eventually, we have here this one. Okay, so we have this value. Therefore, the factors now of x squared plus 7x plus 10, we have here x plus 2 and x plus 5. Okay, so x plus 2 and x plus 5 are the factors of x squared plus 7x plus 10 all over x plus 2. Okay, we can cancel out now. To cancel out, you just have to remove the binomial, which is common, meaning you can see it in your numerator and in your denominator. So we have x plus 2. Therefore, the answer here is just x plus 5. Okay? Then, how about if we have here, let's say we have h of x divided by, let's say, f of x. So here, our h of x, we have x plus 5. X plus 5 all over our f of x is x squared plus 7x plus 10. So here, just like what we did with our third example, you are going to factor out your denominator because this is a trinomial. You will just copy your x plus 5 in your numerator. Then here, copying your x squared plus 7x plus 10, and you have to factor out. Okay, you have to factor out. So factoring it out, again, just like what I told you, you just have to get the possible pair of factors of 10. However, it will give you a sum of 7. And here we have x plus 5 and x plus 2. So you cancel out. We have x plus 5 and x plus 5. Therefore, the answer is 1 all over x plus 2. It's not only x plus 2. Because you might be thinking that there is no 1 in your numerator. You have to remember that your x plus 2 is only appearing in your denominator. Therefore, there should always be a numerator of 1. So therefore, the quotient of h of x and f of x will give us 1 all over x plus 2 as the quotient.